Now, my next guests are better known as a teenage wizard and one of the world's most famous fugitives, but now they've teamed up together and taken a step back in time to star in a new comedy play called Mojo that takes us on a journey back to the rock and roll world of the 1950s. Rupert Grint and Daniel Mays join me now. I say it's a comedy play and you are very funny in it, aren't you? But there's some darkness there along the way, isn't it? It's fair to say. Good to see you, by the way.
I would say it's a black comedy, really.
Yeah,
isn't it?
completely black comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about your characters.
Well, we play Sweets and Pots. They're very much a kind of double act. The whole play is set in a nightclub in Soho called the Atlantic, rather seedy nightclub. And there's a kind of battle for this other character called Silver Johnny and another guy called Sam Ross. So they kind of want to be gangsters in a way, but they're very much the bottom run of the ladder. But our characters, they're kind of like a double act. They're a bit like a Laurel and Hardy or something like that, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, they're constantly. I mean, the dialogue between them is such fast pace.
Yeah.
And it's all in this Cockney language, which is an incredible way of speaking because it's almost kind of Shakespearean in the way it's kind of so visual. Yeah. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
But it has got that dark underbelly to it. It really lifts the lid on the sort of underbelly of Soho and the rock and roll era. But as you say, the script and the dialogue is so funny that it's the audiences are kind of like are in that place where should we really be laughing at this or not? So it's a good sort of dynamic to play with.
Yeah, brilliant. And you've got a great cast with you, Brendan Cole, Mr. Bates in Downton,
yes.
Playing a very different role. I mean, actually, he has got a little bit of menace as Mr. Bates, but he's got a lot of it in this, hasn't he?
He is, yeah. He plays Mickey. He's like the elder statesman of the group. So he's kind of like the calm, isn't he?
He is,
around
yeah.
the storm. We're kind of running around like headless chickens around him.
Yeah, and he brings a bit of authority and kind of keeps us all under control.
Yeah.
But it's just been great fun.
So you're loving it, and it's been getting great reviews, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And,
not that we read them.
No, avidly. But also you're up for Watson Stage Awards, which is great. Both of you have got nominations, and they're voted for by audience goers and the public, aren't they? Which is good as well.
Yeah, what are your best newcomer and I'm best supporting actor. So it's good, yeah. I mean, it's just great that the audiences have seemed to have gone with it, really, and really that's all we can do. Yeah. Really. Our job is to go on and perform it, and as I say, the response has been out of this world.
Yeah. I mean, Rupert, your best newcomer nomination seems odd to us when you've had so much success with Harry Potter. Yeah. But you've never actually, this is your professional debut on the stage.
And it really has felt like a completely new era, really. I mean, it's a very different process, and it's been quite a big adjustment, and I really did feel like coming into this, it was real new territory. Yeah. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot, and it's just been, I really kind of feel lucky to be a part of it.
I suppose it is a surprise you haven't been on stage before, because you're so young when you went into movies. It was probably only nativities you could have been in before then, wasn't it, really? Because you were such a young lad.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just school plays was my only kind of theatre experience before this, and yeah, it's such a different, it's such a buzz though. I mean, to be in character for that long. I mean, I'm so used to kind of dipping in and out.
Yes, exactly. It's a very different thing. Very different thing. And do you think in a way that because you started young in movies and had so much success, that must give you a very unique perspective on the whole industry, really, doesn't it? Because you've had the craziness and, and the huge fans are phenomenal. Yeah. And now you're kind of going back to something more intimate. Yeah, no, it is. It's a very weird feeling. I mean, it was when we finished the last Harry Potter film. It was kind of because we were in this bubble for such a long time. Which is actually going out tomorrow, by the way. If you didn't catch it. Yeah.
God, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we were in such this huge kind of bubble. It was you really didn't have much of a sense of things outside it. It really was quite a contained thing. But yeah, so stepping out, it's been a experience, definitely.
And Daniel, a lot of people will know you as well because of your portrayal of Ronnie Biggs.
Yes, yeah.
In ITVs production, and we sadly lost him before Christmas. He died. That must have given you a real insight into a man that a lot of us only know through newspaper cuttings, really.
Yeah, it was kind of strange when I found out the news that he passed away, because obviously you research that material so much and read all the autobiographies and everything. So you sort of feel like you know him in some sort of weird aspect, but Yeah, it's weird. He was sort of a very sort of charismatic character, but like I think the way that he was portrayed in the media wasn't really necessarily what he was like in real life, you know, as is always the case in those type of things.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, and I'm very sad for his family, obviously, even though I know he's still a controversial character even now, isn't
yeah.
he? So what about 2014 then? What have you got lined up?
What are you doing, Rupes?
Wow, yeah, I mean, this has been a crazy experience. I mean, it's exhausting, doing 8 shows a week. It's really
Yeah, we run to the 8th of February on this, but it is such a demanding show to do, physically, vocally, so, and I know, like, all the actors are kind of like, you ask what are you up to next, and it's kind of like...
Can't think!
You've got no headspace, because
yeah.
it does really take it out of you, doesn't it?
It does. It completely takes over.
Well, good luck, and good luck for the rest of 2014 as well. Good to chat to both of you.
Thank you.